Hi, I am Ben Alexander, and I have autism. And if you enjoy watching this video, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and turn on your YouTube notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. Also, if you have any ideas for any videos or any way I can improve my content, please let me know down in the YouTube comment section. And I try to read as many as I possibly can, so please feel free to comment down there. This video, I'm going to talk about low-functioning autism. And I did another one on high-functioning autism as well, which is personally what I have. So you could just search high-functioning autism on my YouTube channel, and you should find the video. Or it might be in your algorithm, who knows. Just be on the lookout for that if you want to learn more about high-functioning autism, which is I have, and I've did a video laying out every detail that I needed to do. In this video, I'll do the same with low-functioning autism. So low-functioning autism, to me, means that you can't really communicate and need lots of assistance from a parent or a guardian, and to do like basic stuff like using the restroom, eating, communicating, just basically going through day-to-day life, things we take for granted. They have a really tough time doing it. Unfortunately, it is sad, and it breaks my heart to see that they go through that stuff. But they are very resilient. I've learned from knowing some low-functioning autism people is that they always bring a smile and a joy that can fill the room, which I think that's something that I've learned from low-functioning autism people. And if you know somebody that has low-functioning autism, I'm sure you could speak for that as well. So yeah, and again, like I keep saying for all my videos, I want to treat people with all respect, no matter what they have or what they're dealing with, because we're all human at the end of the day, and we need to treat everyone with respect and dignity. And honestly, the people who take care of low-functioning autistic people need a shout out, because they go through a lot. They deal with a lot. And it's awesome to see those caretakers really sacrifice, all the sacrifices they make. Just thank you for making society better, and really any parent. I see all the sacrifices each parent makes for their child, and I think it's awesome that that's reality, and that parents do sacrifice for their children so that they can be better for it. I think that's the best type of parenting there is out there. And I know my parents have done that a lot, so thank you for them for that. And really, I'm not saying go ahead be a parent per se. I mean, if you want to become a parent, great. But I believe there's something more important, is sacrificing to help somebody else out. Whether you're a parent or not, I believe you can help somebody out, no matter what situation you are in. You can always help someone out, whether it's, an elderly person with groceries, needing to put groceries in her car, just things like that. I believe everybody makes a difference, no matter what you come from and who you're from, or what personality you have, or what you identify as. I believe we're all created in the image of God, and I want to make sure that is crystal clear too. And that's kind of why I feel like low-functioning autism is such a benefit to society, is because they can fill up the room, and it teaches us how to serve others. You could be like a teacher, or you could just be a friend of a low-functioning autistic person. You could feel the joy, and you'll even sacrifice for yourself, or sacrifice for that person as well. And I think that's another being a friend to a low functioning autistic person, even an autistic person like myself in general, is such a big deal. Because I know sometimes it's hard with autism to make friends. It can be, for sure. I've been fortunate. There's been a lot of great people in my life, but I know for a lot of autistic people, they do struggle with making friends, so I just want to be sensitive to that. So, yeah. Honestly, my experience with low functioning autistic people is really, I've kind of realized that, yeah, they do make you think about life and, um, and just what life's all about. And really, they could be sitting there complaining, upset, but they don't. They're always happy. And I think that's such a cool thing to have, because I know we take a lot for granted, including myself. So, yeah, I think it's awesome that low functioning autistic people can teach us lessons that are extremely important. Um, and I went on the internet and kind of did some research on low functioning autism. And I went to Angel Sense to find some more information. So here are the symptoms of the low functioning autistic people according to them. And it says the symptoms of low functioning autism can include all or some of the typical signs and symptoms of autism, like limited social abilities, inflexible and repetitive behaviors, and impaired communication skills. However, these symptoms are more pronounced and severe than with others on the spectrum. In addition, those with low functioning autism also generally display signs and suffer from one or more forms of intellectual disability as described below. So yeah, I mean, you can read the rest of the article on the website to figure out more stuff. But yeah, so believe it or not, my mom was a school aide for a low functioning autistic high school classroom. And my mom helped these kids out a lot. And I'll be honest, listening to her experience and reading the definition is honestly, the definition is extremely accurate. And a lot of these kids can't even say a word. I went before school because I went to high school at the same time. She was in it, so it was nice because I could just walk over to her classroom, so I didn't have to ride the bus. You know, I remember seeing a couple of kids, a lot of them couldn't say a word, a lot of the aides had to bring them in from the bus with wheelchairs and all that stuff. And we talk about repetitive behaviors. I remember a girl who just rocked her chair, and honestly, it's pretty, I mean, she was so happy when she did it. So, it was interesting. But yeah, I believe she has value as well. And definitely repetitive behaviors become very repetitive, and I think it comes with everybody too, but more so with low functioning autism. That's kind of what Angel Sense and the sense I get with my experience with low functioning autism people is really a lot of things become repetitive, and it's harder and harder to change than a higher functioning autistic person. I mean, I've made lots of changes in my life that I would have no idea if some of these kids could even change, Like I said, for example, I was able to focus on my schoolwork, and a lot of these kids struggle with that, and I've learned some pretty incredible stuff, expanded my vocabulary throughout the years, and just continuing to read and learn more, and having a heart for learning. I think that's important too. And I think, now again, I'm not an expert in low functioning autistic people. I'm just speaking from my experience, but I'm sure a lot of these kids want to learn, but just physically can't. And, it is unfortunate, but again, like I keep saying, they're always happy and content with whatever comes their way. And again, we can learn from them, like I keep saying. Just another reminder about that. And honestly, here's the annoying thing. I feel like people in society, there's a sector of society that says, autism's bad, it's not a good thing, people are stupid. And I kind of want to say to that, it's like, no, it's kind of an insult to think that because we're autistic, we're stupid. I find that extremely insulting. But I know I have to prove myself to make sure that it's communicated that I am not a stupid person. Neither is a low-functioning autistic person. And honestly, try saying that to the families that love them. They would be as upset as I would. And honestly, autism isn't a bad thing for society because we think differently and we can kind of, come up with other ideas and that maybe a non-autistic person could think of. And honestly, especially with low-functioning autism people, and honestly high-functioning autistic people, and really anybody can bring anybody joy when you just choose it. And low-functioning autistic people really choose it. They do well in choosing joy instead of bitterness. And honestly, as somebody with high-functioning autism, I really struggle with choosing joy over bitterness. It's a struggle for me. I'm trying to work on it. But yeah, just trying to figure out how to push back against some of the society that says autism's a bad thing. When it's just kind of sad, in my opinion, that people think that, and a lot of people don't know what autism is, and it's why my channel's out. And honestly, I really hoped you learned something from today, and that's my goal, is to help people learn something from today and learn something about autism. Yeah, that's really my goal of this channel. So please subscribe, like, and turn on your YouTube notifications so you won't miss any of my future videos. And if you have any video ideas, suggestions, or any way I can improve my videos, please let me know in the comment section. I try to read as much as your comments as I possibly can. And I thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. Take care and have a wonderful night.